Good morning, guys. Foggy Fred here. It's about 5 minutes to 6. And this is what we got this morning. We had pretty good rain last night. And now that rain is going back up in the sky, it looks like. Or trying to. But it's nice and cool this morning. Boy, that mist is making it super nice. It was clear earlier, right after the rain at about 4. I took my little pup here for a hike, get her on her poop walk, and it actually felt warmer. Now it really cooled off. But starting a beautiful day. We don't have too much going on today. I did see there was some news going on back and forth that Pelosi was going to Taiwan, then she wasn't, blah, blah, blah. And also heard about her husband dumping stocks. They're trying to push the prices on this. I think that's all this is about. You know, what the heck's she going over there for anyway? And sabers are rattling, guys. This could be this could be the start of something. What the heck? I don't get this lady. I mean, the news media, they give these guys a pass when they do something so terrible. Look at Martha Stewart. She did, boom, she's in jail. This woman, she's been doing this for years. Most of these people in politics do this. You know, they're the ones that can do these laws and all this stuff. So, and they know what's going to happen. So they know what to buy and what to sell. I remember when Hillary did this huge short sale. You know, first time in the market, boom, made a fortune. You know, they're all passing this money back and forth. You look at these, what's going on in Ukraine and all that. That's just a big laundromat. That's all I can tell about it. Don't know what's going to happen there. I heard that they're just the U.S. is sending a bunch of new tanks there. They're pushing for World War III. I'm telling you, it just seems, you know, this thing that they made you get isn't working. But I also just saw a thing too. I posted on Telegram. This new spending bill has money for mandatory of that in the U.S. You know, it's right in their bill. Who knows what else is in there? You know, I was going back and forth with the guy I talked to, and I'm thinking, yeah, they'll do social credit score stuff, and you know, they're gonna push you into this. I just don't get it. There's so much stuff coming out where it's just not good, and they're still pushing it. I don't get that at all. Look at this place here. They don't got much of a yard on this one. You know, we did notice something that was really odd. They started a house up in the front. It's a whole nother crew. It's a private owner. He got a crew to come in and build his house for him, and they're getting this thing done so quick. And these ones here, it seems they take forever. They really drag their feet when it comes to building, and you don't notice it until you see another place coming in and build. So we just talked to a fella here about getting our bathhouse done in Mindoro. He gave us a pretty fair price. He actually laid it out how it was going to be done. I told him what I wanted, and he basically drew me up a plan, and we might use him. I'm not sure yet. I want him to send me the plan. It was on his phone. We just saw it on his phone, and I didn't think to ask him to put it on, you know, to send it. But I'd like to look at it closer, see if there's any changes we need to make. And the price wasn't too bad, so we'll see how that goes. I told my wife we can hold off on any kind of Kubo thing if we can get that done, because we can always stay there. It'll be small, but you know, at least it'll be something to get our foot in the door down south. But look at this, guys. That's the first I've seen of this. I remember when I lived in the Midwest, you'd see this just about every morning. But here it's rare. It's very rare you see all this fog. The house still sitting empty. You know, all this area here too that you see here, this is all part of the lots. Everything from here on this side is what they call phase 2, and all these are sold. Even that one, like the two behind my house, they're talking about taking them down. tearing them down to build the houses. But I don't get. I know what happened with a lot of these places. The people to do their down payment. Morning. To do the down payment, they had to pay so much for a year. Well, when the COVID stuff came in, they couldn't. A lot of people didn't make it. Didn't make them. So that's why they wouldn't start them. But it's kind of a bummer. These guys take out big loans to get these things up, and then when they do get it, they still takes them forever. I don't know how it works if they have to pay while it's being built. I'm not sure. I don't know how it works with the loans here in this country, but they do got a couple big ones in here. Those things are very, very expensive. Ours was like 2.2. I think that one right there, those are over 5. They can get quite pricey. And I don't think it's that much more, when you look at it. Okay, double the materials, I guess, and labor. I guess that's about right. But housing here, when you have a house built, I don't think they're inexpensive for the size you get. Ours isn't that big, and you figure about 45 grand. It's just what it costs. You can get certain builders to do them for less. But I still do believe you need to get in there and watch them work. And I don't think you should have, pay by the day or anything like that, because they will drag their feet. It's best to get a set price, and that way if they go over, they take too long, too bad. It's on them. So that would be the way I would go about it. This fellow that we're talking to now, that's the deal. It's going to be a set price. This is it. This is what you get, but we're going to pay you some as you get things done. Just like in the States. I mean, you look, a lot of the builders in the States, they get a draw from the bank once they show something's done. Inspector goes out. Okay, this is done. Okay, we're going to give you your next draw to do the rest of the stuff. And that's would be a good way to do it. And so we'll talk to him and see how it's going to go. But we want to amps gray from this mess. I think hopefully down the road eventually they'll get the water fixed, or we will. We'll do something. Morning. But we'll see how it goes. I am a little bit disillusioned in this area, but it is much cooler though. If you can take the traffic, or you just don't want to drive, you can use transportation, public transportation here. It's not so bad. And it could probably work out for you. Morning. And it would be, definitely it's much cooler here, even than in Mindoro. When we were down there at Jaime's place, just a kilometer or so closer to the mountain, you could tell a big difference in the temperature. You were getting a cool air coming off the mountain. Always a breeze. And in the heat, it was going like up the mountain, and in the evening, it was cool air was pouring down. So I think we're going to be okay in the way I want to situate the house for the sun. All these things you need to think of. It's like when I bought this one here, I didn't want the sun coming in the front windows, in case we want to sit out there. And the way it's aimed. All these little things you got to think of when you're building a house. How you're going to aim it and situate it and all that. So, but here, the sun, why they put these big long, where you can see how far they come out with the roof. That's to keep the shade on the house, because the sun's pretty much straight overhead most of the day. It's not like in the States where you get really big angles. I remember when I was taking architect class in high school, they had us read a big article in Farmer's Almanac, and it told you how to do the roofs for certain areas of the country, to how far they got to be out to shade for the summer. And then the winter, you don't have to worry about it because it's not shading, the sun's much lower. So that's a good thing. I wish I could find that again. I'd put it in the description. I used to love to read that Farmer's Almanac, and but you don't see that. I don't even know if they make it anymore. If anybody knows, give me a heads up. I could probably look online. I didn't think of doing that yet, but But I'm not going to make it too long this morning. Just wanted to show you this nice fog and how cool it is. It feels like it's only about maybe 70 degrees, maybe 68, 70. So this is Misty Mike. Gotta come up with something. We'll see you guys. Rick Shaw out.